Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jacob here. It's Sunday morning. It's bright and early. It's just gone past 5 a.m. I've just got up. Was getting a little bit of stuff done, having a little bit of coffee. I'm about to go for a bit of a walk on the beach shortly. Wanted to film a really quick video. Some interesting times going on at the moment with all the stuff going around with the virus and the media talking a lot about it. Social media is going off about it, all that kind of stuff. And I think when stuff like this happens, whenever you get any kind of huge media push on any topic, right? Particularly when it's something negative, is it can really play around with people's mindsets. So that gave me the idea for this video. I wanted to share with you 3 key things to do with your mindset that are absolutely critical if you want to succeed online. And I don't care what the economy is doing, I don't care what the markets are doing. These things are critical up here if you want to do well with some kind of internet business. And these are 3 things that I talk to my students about over and over again, because they are really critical. And one of them is particularly interesting given the times that we are kind of experiencing at the moment, and depending on what the economy does off the back of this kind of off the back of this health issue that we are facing. Okay, so the first one is having an appreciation for how much abundance and money is in the world, and then taking that one step further, understanding that you only have to plug into a very small fraction of a percentage to do really well, right? You only need the smallest percentage of the amount of money and wealth in circulation to live an unbelievable life. And it's an interesting point of discussion, this kind of abundant mindset, particularly when you've got a lot of people talking about heading into a recession and massive economic changes and all that kind of stuff. And I'm here to tell you that really, if you focus on learning skills like sales and marketing, then it's not going to matter what really happens with the economy, because you can make money in up markets and down markets. People are always going to have problems. They're always going to be spending money to solve those problems. So if you learn those types of skills, you're still going to be able to plug into the amount of abundance, the amount of money that's out there in the world. It's not all going to disappear if you've got the right skills to tap into it, regardless of what the economy is doing, regardless of what the market is doing. So that's the first one, is understanding that regardless of where we are economically, there's always a ton of opportunity out there. There's always a ton of money to be made. It's just a matter of learning the skills in order to plug into it. The second one is having a really strong connection and really strong understanding of why you want to do this. Why do you want to run an online business? Why do you want to make money from your computer? Why do you want to follow a different path that's not the conventional one that the vast majority of people are doing? Because it's not easy. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it. So you really need to understand what is the deeper reason as to why you want to do it, because that's what's going to help you generate consistency in taking action every day, right? In doing the things that most people won't do. When things start to get a little bit hard, that's what's going to push you through. When your content's not getting any engagement, or when you have a week of no sales, right? Or it seems like your process isn't working, whatever it may be, whenever you face some kind of difficulty, having a deep connection as to why you want to do this, when you could just go get a job, or you could take the normal path, or you could do what most people do. Understanding why you want to do it is what's going to ultimately push you through those more difficult times. Is going to allow you to apply the consistency that you need to break into that top few percent of people, when the vast majority of people will flounder, they'll do something, they'll stop, they'll dabble, all this kind of stuff. And when I say why, I don't mean surface level stuff. Like, what is the deeper reason as to why you want to do this, right? Maybe it's family, maybe it's just for your own reasons, whatever it may be. It's not just like a new car or whatever. What is the deeper reason that kind of drives you and initially created that spark and interest, right? You want more free time. Well, what do you want to do with that time? Who do you want to spend it with? Where do you want that time to be spent? What do you want to be able to do in that time? Dig down into that deeper reason, and then really get clear on that, really anchor it, write it down if you need to, make it your background on your phone, make it your background on your computer, whatever it needs to be, anchor that reason, because that is what is going to push you through any, dry patches in your business, or if you're, trying to get started on a new platform, or whatever it may be, right? You're going to face challenges. That is business. It's face a problem, you troubleshoot, you fix it, you face another problem over and over and over and over again. Every day there'll be something new. And unless you've got a really strong connection as to the deeper reason as to why you want to do it, especially when you're getting started, it's going to be really, really tricky to push through those, those more difficult or those challenging times. And then the third one, nearly over two, the third one is what I'll call having a no fucks attitude about what other people are doing, about what people are saying on social media, about some latest trend or new wave or whatever of something popping up. Really figuring out your business, figuring out what you're selling, figuring out how you're going to sell it, figuring out who you're going to sell it to, and then sticking in that lane and executing ruthlessly with consistency every day by drawing on that reasoning that we just spoke about, that why, understanding how much money is out there, how much abundance is out there, regardless of what the market's doing. When you've got those two things in check and you've got your process in check in terms of what you want to sell, who you want to sell it to, how you want to sell it, all that kind of stuff, and you can block out the other noise, you can block out the crap that people are posting on social media, and the distractions. When you get those things all dialed in, that's when things are really, really going to ramp up for you. So they're the core three things that I talk to people about when it comes to getting your mindset in the right frame, in the right headspace to really, really do well with this. Now, obviously, each of those things has different buckets and different things to think about, and depending on your experiences and all that kind of stuff is going to dictate how easy it is for you to understand those things, or how much work you need to do on those things. And that's going to be different for each individual, but at least having an awareness that those are the really core three things, in my opinion, that need to be set up, that need to be in place between your ears to do well with this stuff. It's a big part of the battle, is understanding that those are really key to the whole process. So now that you understand them, start thinking about how they apply to you. So for example, I was lucky that I had my finance career before I started doing this online stuff, and I saw some really, really big transactions get done. And what that does, and we're talking, multi-billion-dollar transactions, what that does is it shows you firsthand how much abundance, how much wealth is in the world, and you get an appreciation for, okay, I only need to tap into a very small percentage of this myself in my own business in order to do really, really well. Through that same career, I worked crazy hours. It made me sick towards the end. I want to be able to spend time with my family. I want to be able to have the freedom to do it from wherever I want and do nice things and all those kind of things. So I got really in tune with the reason as to why I wanted to do this, because I don't want to go back to that corporate world. I don't want to go back to the 80-hour weeks, working in a cubicle. I made some great friends and I had an awesome time, but that's not what I want to do anymore. So there's a lot of ties back to the reason as to why I want to do this, and I'm constantly reminding myself of that, anchoring it over and over and over again. And when you combine that with the abundant mindset and understanding how much money is out there and that you only need a small percentage of it, it's a really, really powerful combination. And then that third piece, which I feel like this is something I've managed to dial in relatively well from the start. I've always been quite focused on one thing at a time. Initially for me, it was the ClickFunnels dream car. Then I hit that. Then I wanted to move into high ticket. Started working with Legendary Marketer, hit their 6-figure club. Then I really dialed in on the first KBB launch. That was my next focus. Then I took some time off because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do next, and I'm not a fan of kind of half-assing things or like dabbling. So I actually took some time off and figured out my next move, and that's when I set up my accelerator program, which there'll be a link below if you want to check that out. Which helps people who are struggling with affiliate marketing or want to get started with affiliate marketing, get their business off the ground and get it to that 10K a month mark that so many people want to get to. And that's what I'm 100% focused on now, is delivering the best possible product, is improving the sales and marketing processes, is all of the aspects that will make that a 7-figure business. That is purely what I'm dialed in on at the moment. And with those other 2 mindset things in place, it's a really powerful kind of trio. So look at those 3 things, think about them in your own context, and think about where do you need to improve, what haven't you considered before, all those kind of things, because they are really, really important when it comes to being successful online. Hopefully you got some value from this video. I'm gonna hit the beach and go for a bit of a walk as the sun is just coming up. You can see it behind me, it's just getting light now. And then I'm gonna get on with the Sunday. If you haven't already subscribed, click the big red button, do that now, smash the like button if you got any value from it. I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.